very cute town. Winter hats, I guess. Boom. Some of you might recognize that type of hat. If you've watched this channel for any length of time, you have seen me wearing one when in, cold weather. It's black and blue, I think. Blue or green, I forget. But I have it with me now, and I bought it here in Georgia, in Tbilisi, my first time here in 2018, and I absolutely love it. I am going to buy another one or two more while I'm here at some point, in case I lose that other one. It's so simple, and yet just ingenious. It's so much better than these typical American, hats with like the pom-pom and the things hanging down and the ear coverings. This thing covers your ears, at least mostly, and it's just like less hassle, less dangly stuff. Like, who came up with the pom-pom thing on the top? That looks so ridiculous. And then it's just this weight like bobbing around on your head. So this is the Svaditskhoveli Cathedral. I mentioned that Georgia here became Christian in the 4th century. That was built in the 4th century. It is even older than the Javari monastery. So it is Christian Orthodox. Orthodox is the type of Christianity in much of Eastern Europe. And whether or not you're going to call this Europe is, as I said before, debatable, but some classifications include it as part of Europe, along with Western Russia, Armenia, Moldova. Svaditskhoveli Cathedral of 12 Apostles, the most important religious center and the biggest ecclesiastic construction of medieval Georgia, was built in 1010 to 1029. Okay, so on Wikipedia it referred to 4th century. Oh, there we go. In the 4th century, there was erected a wooden church here, on the place of which in the 480s there was built a big 3-nave basilica. Fragments of those earlier churches are still preserved. In the 15th century, the interior of the cathedral was constructed a small square cupola chapel, a symbolic replica of the Holy Sepulchre from Jerusalem. So this is the second largest cathedral in Georgia. I showed the largest one in Tbilisi, but that one was completed in, I think, 2004. So that one is in a somewhat similar style, but they're building in the old style with the stone blocks. But this one, 1,000 years old. Wow, that was amazing. The atmosphere is intense. You can really feel the history. (1871 to 1939), Georgian language on top and Russian on the bottom. Georgia was part of the Russian Empire at that time. So it was a very nice shopping scene. The old cobblestone paths. Lots of wine tasting and ice cream. Again, there, the Javari Monastery. Sign there, wine cellar. Georgian flag, 5 crosses. Big cross and then the 4 equal crosses. All right, it is time to make some miles. Let's cruise. And the moment of truth. Is it going to start on the first try? Well, it started, and then it went off, so it has a problem idling. I'm not driving back to Tbilisi to return this thing. Let's deal with it. Hope for the best. And that is what I think of when I think of a citadel. If we can hike up to that, we gotta do it. Looks like we can. Danger, landslip zone. I will watch out for the land. Good thing I didn't try to drive up this one. Pardon the shirtlessness. It is getting hot, hot, hot. Amazing perspective. Look at those old falling apart buildings there. That looks like probably an old winery building. And then Javari, and then forget the name of that one, another church there. The supposed citadel with the bad road was back there. Let's see if we can get an inside look at this thing. That's where I'm heading. I have about another 3-hour drive to go, so I've barely gotten started. I'm still only like 30 minutes away from Tbilisi. Fishermen down there. So everything that I've done today would make for a great day trip from Tbilisi. Or it is all more or less right on the way going north up to Stepsminda, whatever, and Kazbeg. And here we go, right inside it. It's nice to get the different perspective on the well-kept old historical buildings, the castles and churches and everything, and then also to see the really ruined ones, because it really puts time in perspective. So, as mentioned, that last cathedral was around 1000 AD, but the first building was around 3-something AD. And so I'm going to take a wild guess that this one is kind of somewhere in between those dates. I mean, who knows? It could be newer than the cathedral there, but just abandoned earlier or something. But it definitely has a very old look, and considering that people were here, well, going back long before even the 4th century AD, that is just when Christianity came to Georgia. So the Chronicle of Georgia monument there at the beginning was commemorating 2,000 years since Jesus, basically. It was built in 1985, but he was trying to complete it before the year 2000, I guess. And didn't complete it, but to my eye, it looked, done enough. But it was also commemorating 3,000 years since the founding of the country of Georgia. And so, then you're talking 1000 BC. So, yet again, as has been the case, pretty much everywhere I've been on this trip, but especially in these areas of Eastern Europe and along the Mediterranean, Roman eras, etc., then just goes back thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Stepansminda, there it is.
In 500 meters, take the exit 2117 S3.
But I'm just getting started, so it's very likely I won't make it all the way there today because it is like 4:30. It is another 3 hours away, and I will probably make some more stops, so maybe find some sort of a cool mountain lodge to stay in tonight. Kudauri Stepansminda Vladikavkaz. Lapananantkari. I love these town names. I've seen so many super long, crazy ones. So I'm actually only a little more than 2 hours away from Stepansminda, so it is possible I could make it there today. We shall see. I think that we will be going over a high mountain pass that could be a cool place to stop. We'll see when we get there. Bichnegau Rebbe. Almost every place name is just long and weird, but really cool. I love the names. Pasanauri, Gudauri, Vladikavkazi. I love that last one. Sounds very Russian. Vladikavkovsky. I wonder if that might even be in Russia. Could be. And what is this weird building? Looks like a monument. Nobody behind me. That's gotta be a war memorial of some sort. Speaking of which, military vehicle there. And another one. We're seeing some trippy stuff already. And the mountains are getting bigger. Yeah. And look at this reservoir. I think it was called Jinvali. Yes, there used to be a train track along here, tunnel. Hey, that's one way to go. Looks fun. He's got a camping pad, probably a tent. Good for him. Ultimate adventure. I just did a Greek Islands bike trip for a month earlier this summer. No tent though, no camping. I love Georgia. Instagram spot there. Another one. Heart. Look at this, folks. This is Ananuri, which is somewhere that I wanted to go, but had forgotten about. And then I just recognized the name. Here we have puncture things, but it looks like I'm going the right way. I hope to hell. Don't back up. Looks like this will be a nice quick stop. So this is still that same reservoir. I guess it's free to go into. Look at that. Georgian writing. I think it's also a monastery. No filming was allowed inside. But yes, that is a church there. More cows on the side of the road, and I also saw some big old pigs or hogs. Holy crap, look at, I wasn't sure if that was a cow or a hog at first. It's a hog, it's massive. Just saw something that was worth pulling over for. And by the way, the car has been starting up fine every time. So I guess it was something about being on that steep hill and the way that the brake was maybe kind of out of sync or something like that because of the weight of the car or something, who knows. Anyway, look at that thing. So what language is that? Is that Russian? I think so. Yeah, that is Cyrillic script. So, very, very Soviet. There we go. Georgian. So Russian, Georgian. This is something that Bald Bankrupt would be totally stoked to see. I just saw one of his videos. He's in Bangladesh now. This thing is really historic. What the heck is it depicting? Something very historical. You know, Silk Road era or something. Those style of costumes, and the heads of the horses look almost like Roman or something. And then a dove representing peace, I guess? Is it like a Russia-Georgia friendship wall or something? I mean, just a wild guess. If anyone has any ideas, maybe the writing properly explains it. Awesome.